coming into the dishwashing room in the morning, first thing you'll want to do is get your drain plug and put this in. We're going to fill up the sink with hot soapy water. The hot soapy water is used to put the dog tongs in once they're emptied out. Never put the tongs in there with the food inside of them. There's a trash can there. You can just empty your tong stuff. And we're just going to fill this sink about halfway up, but I'm going to stop right now. Also, I always put a towel here. This stops all the water from going over there and flooding everything. This is like a catch-all. So we're coming in. Our machine is off right now. What we want to do is first put this back down. This handle drains the sink at the end of the night, or tub at the end of the night. Okay, so that goes down in place. We're going to put our rack in there. We're going to lower this to a certain point and turn the machine on. We're going to run the machine. Turning the machine on. Always make sure it's on normal. We'll always leave it on normal here. We're going to shut this down. The lid will start. When that lid hits a click there, it starts. We'll have to run this twice because the tank is empty. The machine runs on the same tank of water every day. Okay, so that was just a quick thing. So that kind of got water in there, but you're going to do it one more time, and that will, right now what you're hearing is the regular wash cycle. It takes about maybe a minute at the most for the cycle to be finished. And once you listen to it for so long, you'll get to be an expert at it. You'll know exactly when you can lift this lid up and get your next load in. The green light should go off when it's finished. That's the rinse you're hearing right now. It's rinsing. Okay, green light's off, so you can go ahead and lift your lid, and we're ready for our dishes. The dog dishes do not have to be washed. The only thing that's going in this sink are dog toys, and Kongs. Just if you see like stuff here, grass or particles, whatever, we're just going to squirt that out and stick it in our tray. The tray will hold 8 bowls, and how you would place them is every other slot. You put just the next one there. And you're short on the dog bowls, you can put them in at the same time. That's fine, but we don't want to put any other cat item in here with the dishes. We're going to shut the lid, and we're going into our regular cycle now. I guess I should What I do in the morning is get a towel. Just put a fresh towel down there every day. Make sure it's not near the door so the towel gets hung up in there. Get yourself a towel and get yourself, I keep them down here, a washcloth and a towel, not washcloth, a tea towel and a towel. These bowls here are all the water bowls for the dogs outside. They're kept there. They're different than our dog feeding bowls. And soap, if you ever hear the machine beeping at you or buzzing at you, that means it's needing more soap. You lift this lid up. Oh God, that thing's heavy. I can't get it up, it's heavy. You lift this lid up, I can't get over there. And it's very heavy because this is filled. If it's empty, you can pull this thing right up out of there. But you'll just drop that in there like that, and that should take care of the buzzing. So my dishes are done right now. What I'm going to do is just take them out, and I'm going to towel dry them. Make sure you get up under these rims. That's very important, because if you don't, the dishes will stick together. So we're just going to put all the dog food dishes the same. So say we have 8 dog dishes in here now. Our next load is 8. The cabinets where they're put holds exactly 16 dishes. So it works out perfect for two loads of dog dishes.
If you didn't have time to dry them, you would stack them?
No, I never stack them. You have time to dry them. What you do, if you stack it and leave all that stuff here, that white film forms on these dishes from the detergent sanitizer, and the dishes are always dingy looking and they have that white film on them. If you leave the things sit overnight, it's just you're leaving work for the person that comes in the next morning to do. So I make sure all my work's done. I don't leave anything for anybody here to do. And you'll just dry all these. The only things that get left sometimes out are the cat corunda beds, because they take so long to dry. There's no way of towel drying them. And you'll just keep a towel down, do your legs for the beds, and then we'll do the tops for the beds. I put all the legs in at the same time, stick them up in the air so that the So when you put these in your dishwasher, you'll put this piece up top, your rubber piece up top, and this should sit like that. Comes down, they've been washed, take them out, go like that, get the water off of here, and they get just set up here in a corner. There'll be a towel underneath of them, and they just sit there. The beds, you'll just stand up and put them in line.
And what is the order of wash for the day? That was one of the
Order
things.
of wash for the day, I normally try to do the dog dishes first, as they're here. Dog toys and dog Kongs. I get the toys done next, and you do not have to dry the toys, but please make sure you put them in the small bins for small dogs and the big bin large dogs.
And
It
there
should say it
is
on there.
some.
If you're not sure where it goes, just slide it over there. Somebody will be able to find a place for it. And the same thing with the rubber toys. You have big dog ones and small dogs. Try to keep them in the right place so nobody gives a small toy to a pit bull and he's going to swallow it. This is your apron if you're afraid of getting wet.
Love
Works
that
good.
apron.
Okay.
Any directions at the very end of the day?
And
In between washes.
in between washes, once we're finished with the dogs, we're going to go ahead and start cats. So first thing we do are the cat dishes. We're going to drain this just like we did before. We're going to pull this up. It's going to drain. You're going to put it back down. Let it run twice. And then we'll go ahead and put our first cat dishes in there. Cat toys. The last thing you want to do at the end of the day is your cat litter pans, because they're just the worst. And once that's all finished and we're shutting down for the day, make sure we drain our sink. We'll drain our sink, take that out of there, and put this over here so it doesn't get lost. This little basket here is for these are clean right now, but this is for the plastic cat toys, the balls. They all get put in here, and this gets shut and just gets put in the dishwasher. Once they're done washing, Just take them, let them sit there till they air dry. Put this back over there so you have a place to put your next toys in. And then those toys I'll just set in a cat dish that's dry. And they'll go right over next door. And then I just go around to the other side and put everything away in its place. But that's the easiest thing, is just putting it for the pass through.
And anything to turn it off at night. If you were
Turning
the
it
first
off at
person,
night.
last person.
Last person. We're going to lift this up, let the water drain. We've got several steps now to do. So the next thing you want to do is take your tray out. You want to clean this all out. Make sure all this hair, I just cleaned it not that long ago. All this hair is out of here. You can run it through the washer over here, just to make sure all that stuff is off. Okay, we also have another one that's very difficult to see that needs to be cleaned. There's a little hook here. We'll pull up on that. And this needs to be cleaned daily also. This collects all the stuff before it gets into that rinse water, because we're using the same water throughout the day. So it filters all the stuff out of there. We're going to put this back. Make sure it goes into, you'll see a little place. Let me see it. Okay, and that's the place we're going to go ahead. Keep your hook to the outside, facing out, and you're going to put this back in there, and it's in there. We'll put the tray back in there. And this is ready for the next day. We'll just put the blue tray back in there, and all the next person has to do is same thing to turn it on. We're going to turn it off after everything's cleaned out. Turn it off. Make sure the lid don't go down all the way. Turn it off and put your lid all the way up. And you'll just check that every night to make sure you do not see that red light.
Okay, thank you so much. You ready to do dishes?
No.
Bye.